Broadcasting from under the roof of Marlins Park as we are ready for game time. Tonight, it's the home opener for this new season between the San Francisco Giants and the Miami Marlins. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Into the box now, Eduardo Nunez. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
San Francisco, third baseman, Eduardo Nunez.
And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Froze him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Well, no surprise on that one. That's the classic slider down the way, trying to get him to chase on that 0-2 pitch.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. Standing in, Hunter Pence. And a quick glance at the numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. Fouled off into the seats behind first. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. And the runner's breaking for third. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Stanton has a read on it. 1 away. Throw behind him to second. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. First appearance for him here with the leadoff man still at second and 1 gone now. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Perez moves over. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. At the plate, Buster Posey. First opportunity for him here with the leadoff man still standing at second. 2 gone now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Softly hit to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. In now is Anthony Rendon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Third baseman, Anthony Rendon.
Sent toward first. And that is through into right field for a single. Here's D. Gordon now. He begins play in this one with his batting average over the .310 plateau. First offering on its way. A called strike over the outside corner. Harold, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They come in hoping to get back on the beam as they've dropped 3 straight.
This is one of those scary streaks because if you don't sit there and say, that's it, fellas, let's cut it off, we need a win right now, before you know it, you trickle into and find yourself in bad habits and lose a lot of games. So those little short streaks, those are the scary ones.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Chris Bryant is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Look over by Kazmir. Now the pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Hahn racing back. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Giancarlo Stanton now. His average for the year sits in the 280s entering play. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hard on the ground towards short. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So striding in, JT Realmuto, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him. So stepping in, Jeffrey Perez, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Kazmir sets. Here's the first pitch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And he will make it back to third safely, as he didn't have much of a chance at advancing that time. And would you believe the tying run comes in to score on a wild pitch? Man, oh man. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a big strikeout there, as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. So stepping in, Brandon Crawford. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Brandon Crawford.
First pitch of the at-bat. Dribbled to the right side. And they'll just tag him out along the first base line. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Han. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Boy, that pitch looks so good when you're hitting, but you're not going to catch up to it. I think pitchers should use that more often. The high fastball in the eyes, they will never catch up to it.
Here it comes. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now. 1 out, nobody on. And the walk. Stepping up to the plate, Joe Pennick. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200. This is pulled into right, and that will fall in front of Stanton. It's a base hit. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double. And he'll get in there safely.
Batting 8.
Into the box, Denard Span. First opportunity for him in this one as he enters play with his average close to the 320 mark. And he starts him out with one high and tight. Ball 1. And Span will watch another one miss. It's 2-0 now. Second and third here, 1 man out. Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1. Weak grounder back to the mound. On to first, and there were 2 down. Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Scott Kazmir. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Set to deliver the 0-1.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And now this is smothered, but it squirts away a bit. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And here's a ball hit in the air. Echeverria into shallow center, and that retired. Here's Echeverria now. He'll start things out
Leading
against
off
Scott
for the Marlins,
Kazmir as we get the inning underway.
Adeiny Echeverria.
And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball one. Sinker stays outside and is behind now 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And a hard sinker there, chopped foul at home plate. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. Panic is there. And he's retired, 1 away. At the plate, Justin Bour. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Into the windup and the pitch. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
The pitch. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Hahn comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2. Stepping into the box, Tom Kohler, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Now that's not fair. You're supposed to be throwing sinkers, and he throws a high fastball right there. That's why everybody's shaking their head.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And it will end the inning thanks to a little help from his first baseman, and that'll be that. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Eduardo Nunez. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third. This one's flared out toward left. Bryant is after it. He can't get there as it falls in. Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. And a whiff at a good slider that time. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. And this is cut on and missed by Pence as he set down on strikes for the first down.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, Brandon Belt. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. Ball 1. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Runner breaks for third. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Stanton coming on. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Here's Buster Posey now. He was cut down at second, attempting to stretch a base hit his first time through. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch. Runner goes for third. In the dirt here. And the pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, so that runner will make it to third base safely. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Boy, Matt, we're watching him have great success on that exploding fastball at the top of the zone. And I'm telling you right now, you can't catch up to that. It looks great to you coming in, but you have to get your bat in a position to get on top of it. And it's just too hard to do all those things and think you're going to square it up.
Men on third with 2 down. Swing and a miss got him reaching. Realmuto finds it. And the throw to first ends the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Anthony Rendon. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie.
Rendon.
Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Nunez. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, one away.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance?
Baseman.
D. Gordon hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. And there's a sharp slider from Kazmir. It's 0-1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Panic's got it. On to first, and very quickly, two are gone here in the home third. Digging in to try it again, Chris Bryant. He flew out in his last at bat. Now a ball lined to the left side, right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth.
Brandon Crawford.
And that'll get down, a leadoff single for Crawford. Ready now, Hahn. He drew a walk his first time up. Swing and a miss on a ball out of the zone. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Perez is in pursuit, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting.
Here's Joe Panik. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. First pitch on its way. Line drive to center field. Perez is there now, and he has it. Two gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Denard Span. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Swinging a looper to left. Bryant on the move. He gets to it, and oh, he botched it. And he is out at third as he risked trying to run on that left fielder's arm, and this inning is over. Striding into the box, Giancarlo Stanton. He reached on a single in his first try.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Into the windup and the pitch. Left side of the infield into the shift. Crawford fields it cleanly. One away. Digging in, JT Realmuto. And maybe a little extra motivation for him here after being hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Popped up. Belt calls for it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Jeffrey Perez. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Into the windup and the pitch. Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike one. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over.
Now at the plate, Scott Kazmir. He'll start things out
Leading
as
off
we
for San
begin the
Francisco.
5th.
Pitcher, Scott Kazmir.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Now here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Oh, and he misses it. Ready once again, Eduardo Nunez. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Bryant has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1. So digging in now, Hunter Pence. He started out the evening 0-for-2 so far. He's set and the pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
And he'll get the fielder's choice play at second, but that's all.
The first baseman.
Ready for another shot now, Brandon Belt. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Big swing and a miss at the knuckle curve, strike 1. 0-1 count and the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Coming to the plate now, Adeiny Echeverria. 0-for-1 for him here in this one.
Adeiny Echeverria.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Now at the plate, Justin Bour. He's 0-for-1 thus far. And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1.
Now that's what a slider's supposed to look like. Great execution. Starts off the plate and makes him reach.
Right side and right into the shift. Belt fields it cleanly, and he'll step on first himself for the out. So striding in, Tom Kohler comes into this at bat 0-for-1 in the ball game. High in the air out towards shallow right. Pence has a read on it, and that's the third out. Ready once again, Buster Posey. A hit in 2 tries so far.
The catcher, number 28.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a fastball just a bit up. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Digging in and looking for more, Brandon Crawford. He's 1-for-2 in the ball game. Sent on the ground out to second. Gordon is there. The tag, and he is out. Throw on to first is in time, and they'll double up Crawford.
The batter,
digging in to try it again. Hahn. 0-for-1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
This is the time in the game you start thinking, hey, they might get better swings. Then you see a swing like that. Boy, he's still got it working.
And he chased it in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Ready for another shot now. Anthony Rendon. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Anthony Rendon.
And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1.
Boy, not a good swing there. That was really ugly. Anytime you can make a hitter look like that, you've done something special.
Did it look to you like he was guessing on the pitch?
Oh, certainly it had to be, Matt, but if he was, he obviously wasn't looking for that pitch.
Second baseman, D. Gordon.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit to first. Fielded cleanly by Belt, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Here's Chris Bryant now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Chris Bryant.
First offering on its way. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So digging in now, Giancarlo Stanton. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Look over by Kazmir. Now the pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
3-0 now.
Well, he's clearly not getting anything to hit right here, but I'm telling you what, 3-0, I trust him so much, I'm giving him the green light.
Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. And that one is out of here. A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. Stepping in, JT Realmuto. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
JT Realmuto.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Panic ranging into the outfield, and that's the 3rd out. Welcome back to South Florida. It's on to the 7th inning with the Marlins on top, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings of play.
Leading off for the Giants.
Digging in once again,
baseman,
Joe Panic. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Bryant over to his left. 1 out.
Left fielder number
Stepping
2,
up to the plate, Denard Span. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Well, he's really got good stuff tonight. They're not picking him up at all. That ball, again, out of the zone. He's getting a lot of Ks on that pitch tonight.
Squared that one up just a little late.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Tapper up the line, but it gets fouled. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And this is fouled back and out of play. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired.
It's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jeffrey Perez. He'll try and get something started in the home half.
Jeffrey Perez.
Into the windup and the pitch. Pulled softly out toward right. And there's a base hit, so a chance for some insurance here to start out the home half of the 7th. Here's Echeverria now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Adeiny Echeverria.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? There's 1. On to first, and they get the double play, but boy, was he ever upended at second base.
First baseman.
Ready for another chance? Justin Bour. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. And now a pitch on the way. To first. Belt has it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Now batting, Eduardo Nunez. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Eduardo Nunez.
First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Hit on the ground out to short. And this is going to find its way into left for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard to start the 8th. Striding in, Hunter Pence. Leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. A.J. Ramos takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
A.J. Ramos.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. The 1-1 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. In there, a base hit. The relay throw, and he is in there. Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
You know, I doubt he wanted to get that tight with the fastball there, but hey, this is a guy you certainly don't want to let him get his arms extended. He's the kind of guy that can hurt.
Now that's actually a pretty good pitch right there. I know he swung through the fastball and he's got some power, but the location is what I like. It was up away just enough and tempting enough for him to swing at.
Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And he is out on the tag. Striding in once again, Buster Posey. 2 hits in 3 at-bats for him in this one. He's set. Here it comes. And this is fouled at the plate. 0-1 count. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
The batter, number 35.
So a runner at second. 2 down now. And stepping in, the slip fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. 0-2 now as Crawford comes up empty on that one.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Not nearly in time as he takes third easily. Now in the box, Hahn. 0-2 with a walk for him so far. Connor Gillespie will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 21, Connor Gillespie.
Now this is chopped fouled at home plate. It's 0-1. And a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaker ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Stepping in, A.J. Ramos.
Leading off
and he's getting his first play. Appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Moore is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
Matt, he's throwing a lot of strikes. Very impressive, right? We just saw a swing and miss. But he may be even more effective if every now and then he throws a ball that's out of the zone. Because they know he's in the zone. They're being really aggressive. If they have to think a little bit, it might not be a strike. It might be good for him.
And he goes and chops this one out towards second. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. In now is Anthony Rendon. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. 0-1 pitch on its way. Hard hit at third. And he goes to a knee to try to knock it down, but it's by him down the line. Now at the plate, D. Gordon. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
D. Gordon.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it to the dirt and turn one over for you.
Popped up. And safe at first on a bang-bang play as that last lunge was enough to beat the throw.
Now batting.
Here's Chris Bryant now. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? One there on to Belt, and they turn the double play. That ends the inning. Adam Conley comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Adam Conley. This change for the Marlins. Now playing center field. Number 7.
Here's Joe Panik. He'll be charged with trying to get on board, leading off the Kelby Tomlinson will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Tomlinson.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Gordon onto the grass, and that's the first out of the inning.
Left fielder number 2.
At the plate, Denard Span. He's working on a 1-for-3. Thus far. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. Lefty against lefty here as this is taken for a ball. 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
Wow, that's a little bit of a surprise. You don't see too many ugly swings from him. He's having such a great year. You think he's on most things all the time.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now.
Rendon able to put it away, and that's out number 2.
How about it?
Standing in now, the pitcher, Scott Kazmir. So with 2 away, they decide to let him hit instead of burning a pinch hitter. Matt Dominguez will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And this is swung on and missed for strike 2. And now the Giants are down to their final strike. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. A crowd in excess of 37,000 come to their feet. Got him swinging in the dirt. Throw in time, and the ball game is over. And the Marlins got a big lift here tonight from the contributions of this man, Giancarlo Stanton. Strike opposed. He's our top player of the game.
Hey, you could probably make an argument for a couple of other guys too, but it seemed like he had the most to do with his guys getting the win here.
For the Giants, 2 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. The winning pitcher is Tom Kohler. His record is now 3-0. The loss goes to Scott Kazmir. He falls to 1-5. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.